Hello, everyone. Welcome to Leo and Anna English.
Today, we want to ask you something. Do you understand English pretty well?
But when you try to speak, you freeze?
Yeah, that feeling. We know it.
And today, we're going to talk about that.
So, Anna, let me ask you something first. Can you understand movies in English?
Yes, mostly, with subtitles.
And without subtitles?
Maybe 60–70%?
Okay, so you understand a lot. But can you speak naturally, like right now?
Right now, I feel fine. But in real life, with a real person, my brain just stops.
Right, and that's actually very common. A lot of people feel the same way.
Really? Even people who study for years?
Yes, it has a name actually. Some people call it the gap.
The gap?
The gap between understanding and speaking. You can understand, but you can't produce.
That's a good way to put it.
So why does this happen? Why can we understand but not speak?
I think my brain is lazy. When I listen, I just receive. When I speak, I have to work.
That's actually a smart way to think about it. Listening is passive, speaking is active.
Right, like watching someone cook versus cooking yourself.
Exactly. You can watch 100 cooking videos, but the first time you cook, you still burn things.
Oh, I burned rice last week. It was just rice, Leo, just rice.
Hannah, how do you burn rice?
I was watching a podcast in English for practice.
And you forgot the rice.
The rice forgot itself.
Okay, but here's the point. Understanding is not the same as doing, and speaking English is something you have to do.
You can't just listen your way to speaking.
Exactly. You have to open your mouth.
That sounds simple, but it's not.
Right, because when we speak, we worry. We think, is this correct? Will they understand me? Am I using the right word?
Yes, that's me. That's exactly me. I check every sentence before I say it.
And by the time you finish checking,
The moment is gone.
the conversation moved on.
And I just smiled and nodded.
The classic smile and nod.
I am a professional smiler.
Okay, so this is the real problem. It's not your vocabulary. It's not your grammar.
Wait, really?
Well, those matter, but they're not the main thing.
Then what is?
It's confidence, and it's habit. Your brain hasn't learned to speak yet, even if it knows the words.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
It's not sad. It's fixable.
Okay, tell me how.
So the first thing, and this is important, you have to speak every day, even a little,
Every day?
even 5 minutes.
I'm not sure that's enough.
I know it sounds small, but think about it this way. If you go to the gym once a month,
I'd still look the same.
right, but 5 minutes every day, that builds a habit. That builds muscle.
So speaking English is like a muscle.
Exactly. Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it. I like that.
It means if you don't practice something, you lose the skill, like riding a bike or swimming.
So if I don't speak English, my speaking skill just sleeps?
It doesn't disappear, but it gets rusty.
Rusty, like an old bicycle in the rain.
Yes, exactly like that.
Okay, so speaking every day. What else?
Second thing, and this one really works, talk to yourself.
Like out loud?
Yes, out loud.
Leo, people will think I'm strange.
Only if they hear you, close the door.
Okay, when do I do this?
Morning, while you make coffee, while you walk to work. Describe what you see. There's a red car. The sky's cloudy today.
That sounds so simple.
That's the point. Simple is good.
Because simple means I won't freeze.
Exactly. You're not trying to give a speech. You're just talking
To yourself.
to your future English-speaking self.
I actually like that. You're talking to your future self.
Exactly. And here's something important. When you talk to yourself, you make mistakes.
And nobody hears them.
Right, so you're safe. You can try new words, new sentences, fall down with no one watching.
And then get back up.
And your brain starts to remember. It starts to connect the words with speaking.
Not just with understanding.
Right, That's how you close the gap.
Okay, so we have 3 things so far. Speak every day, stop trying to be perfect, and talk to yourself.
Yes. And there's one more thing. But first, can I tell you a story?
Oh, I love your stories.
So last year, I met this guy. His name was David. David had studied English for 8 years.
8 years.
8 years. Textbooks, grammar exercises, vocabulary lists.
So his English was amazing?
His writing was amazing. His writing was very good. But when I talked to him,
He froze?
he froze. He could barely say hello without stopping.
Oh, wow. 8 years.
And you know why?
Because he never practiced speaking?
Never. Not once with a real person. He read, he wrote, he listened, but he never opened his mouth.
That's actually a little heartbreaking.
It is, but also very fixable, because 3 months later I saw David again.
And
He was speaking, not perfectly, but naturally.
what changed?
He found a language partner online. They talked for 30 minutes twice a week.
Just 30 minutes?
Just 30 minutes, but real conversation, with a real person about real things.
And that made the difference.
That made all the difference.
That made all the difference.
Oh, good catch. That's a great phrase. It made all the difference means it changed everything. It was the most important thing.
Like studying abroad made all the difference for my English.
Exactly. Try using it this week.
I will. Okay, so finding a real person to talk to.
That's the fourth thing. Real conversation. Even if it's short, even if you make mistakes,
But what if I don't know anyone who speaks English?
then find them online, language exchange apps, or record yourself speaking and listen back.
Oh, that's interesting.
You hear your own mistakes, and you want to fix them.
I tried that once. I hated my voice.
Everyone hates their own voice at first.
It sounds so different from inside my head.
I know, but it's very useful because you hear exactly what others hear.
Okay, I'll try again.
So let's put it all together. What do you do every day?
Speak a little, even 5 minutes. Stop trying to be perfect. Talk to yourself. And find real conversation practice.
Yes, that's it.
It sounds actually doable.
It is doable. None of these are big things, but you have to do them every day.
Not once a month.
Not once a month, every day.
Like brushing your teeth.
Exactly. You don't think about it, you just do it.
And slowly, speaking becomes natural.
It won't happen in a week, maybe not even in a month.
But it will happen.
It will happen if you practice.
You know, I think about swimming. I was so scared to swim as a kid.
Really?
I would watch other kids in the pool. I understood what they were doing. I just couldn't make myself do it.
And then what?
And then one day I just jumped in.
And?
And I sank completely.
Anna!
But I didn't give up. I came back the next day. And the day after that. And the day after that.
And now?
Now I swim every Saturday.
So speaking English is the same.
You have to jump in, even if you sink a little at first.
Even if you sink. Because every time you try, you get a little better.
And eventually you're swimming.
Right. And the same is true for English.
You don't watch from the side,
You get in the water,
even when it's cold.
even when it's scary.
And you just keep going.
There's a saying I really believe in. You don't learn to speak by waiting. You learn to speak by speaking.
That's so simple, but so true.
Simple is often true.
Okay, so today's challenge. After this episode, say something in English, out loud, to yourself.
Anything. Describe your room. Talk about your day. Order coffee in English, even if no one is listening.
Your brain is listening.
And that's enough to start.
If this episode helped you, give us a like.
And follow Leo and Anna English for more.
We make new episodes every week.
And we want to hear from you.
Drop a comment in English and tell us, do you have the gap? Understanding but not speaking?
Tell us your story. We read every comment.
And until next time, keep speaking, even when it's hard.
Especially when it's hard.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.